All right, guys. So we put this just a short little presentation together to help you guys. If you have any questions about fire drills and how to do them, this should answer some of your questions. And we just want to review some of the policies and procedures we're going to use while doing fire drills. So just as a quick overview of what I'm going to talk about with you guys, we want to review what the actual purpose of fire drills are. So first and foremost, they're to educate the occupants on how to react safely during an evacuation. So we want the people in your building to know when the fire alarm goes off, what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to go, so on and so forth. And then part of that is helping them to identify secondary exits. So most of the people who work and study in your buildings are probably going to be used to coming in and out of the building the same way every day. I know when I come to work, I normally almost always come in and out of the same door. So a fire drill can be an opportunity to identify alternative exits out of your building in the case of an evacuation. 3, fire drills are one of the main ways each year that they're one of the main mechanisms we have for identifying shortcomings in any of our as in facilities, emergency preparedness, security, any of our plans. So we use these to identify if there's something wrong in the building, something in the plan that needs to be adjusted, something that changed in the building, such as construction that is reflected in the plan. 4, we use them to identify buddy sites. I'll talk about buddy sites a little bit more in the following slides. And 5, as you all know, we have to comply with local, state, and federal law about fire drills. So we want to try and minimize any fines or liability we have from not doing fire drills. So what is a buddy site? A buddy site is a nearby building where occupants can seek shelter during an emergency. So think about during the summers when it's really hot, like 90, 100 plus degrees outside, or in the winters, we've been having those nasty snowstorms this year. Even if you had to evacuate the building, it might not be safe for people to stand outside and could endanger them by standing out on the sidewalk for an extended period of time. So a buddy site is somewhere near your building where occupants of your building could potentially go to seek shelter during an evacuation. These sites should be identified in advance and a formal arrangement made with the site. So we draw up a memorandum and we send it to the site, and then all the building managers and property people involved all sign off on it. So we would like you guys to try and identify buddy sites near your campuses, places where potentially a large group of people could go in the case of an emergency. So once you have somewhere picked out, you can send it up to me in emergency preparedness, and I will work with Shoshana and Mark to get that approved and formally set up as a buddy site. So this slide, you guys are not going to have to worry about so much because we handle a lot of this up here, but I just do want to review really quickly with you how many drills we have to do and kind of how it varies site to site as to why some sites do more than others. So any facilities where there are classes held, so if there's class space, lab space, basically if there's students in a site, the facility must hold 3 fire drills per year. And then any facility where students live has to hold 4 fire drills a year. So 65th Street, 85th Street, and then the Lander College for Men residences all have to do 4 fire drills. Most of the rest of our academic locations do 3. 1 fire drill has to occur between August 31st and December 1st. That's usually going to be our fall semester, so that'll be the fall fire drill. In addition, 1 drill must occur in the first 7 days of summer semester if the campus has a summer semester. So for those of you who have classes that run over the summer, in the first 7 days of your summer session, a fire drill needs to be held. And then additionally, at residences, 1 drill must occur after sunset and before sunrise. So effectively, 1 drill has to happen at night. The remaining drill or drills can happen at any point during the year. So for those of you keeping track, the 1 fire drill has to happen in the fall, so August and December, between August and December. Another drill has to happen in the first 7 days of summer semester. But that 3rd drill for the academic sites can happen at any point throughout the year that we deem appropriate. That all being said, You guys don't have to worry about that. That's my office's job up here to keep track of all that and make sure that we're doing drills in the right times. So that's just pure informational for you guys. So the step one in the process is preparing and planning. So these are the steps for actually holding a fire drill. So first, we're going to pick a date for the drill. For the through 2019 emergency preparedness, so my department has already selected dates for your fire drills that should be getting sent out to you guys. So emergency preparedness will be picking the date going forward. The date should then be coordinated with academic deans. So once we send out the dates of when fire drills are going to be held, you guys should each go to your dean or the site manager, whoever is in charge of the academics at your building, and make sure that that doesn't coincide with exams or anything else going on at your campus. We did try to work it around exams, holidays, breaks. So we did our best, but there's always some stuff that we miss. So we do want you to coordinate with your deans. And if the date that we chose is not acceptable, we'd like you to have the dean propose another date and then send that to us. We want to prepare the relevant paperwork. So there are 2 pieces of paper that we need you guys to fill out in conjunction with fire drills. So the first is the emergency preparedness fire drill checklist. You'll be able to find a copy of that you can download in the description of this video. So there'll be a link to it. I will also email it out to all of you guys so you have it. And then a fire drill log, which is a paper fire drill log that should be at the security desk at your campus. If it's not there, and you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say fire drill log, please email me and we will have one sent out to you. We like to keep a log at each of the campuses in case there's an inspection or something, so you don't have to email me when the fire department is there and have me email records to you to prove that we were doing our fire drills. Once a date for a drill is set and approved with the academic dean, they shouldn't be canceled for any reason. So when we pick the date for the fire drill, that's the time for people to object, to say, well, we have an event that day, we have this, that, or the other. And if the date is set and approved, then it should remain that date, even if there's inclement weather on the day. So if we get one of those nice spring monsoons when you're supposed to be doing a fire drill, we don't want to cancel the drill. You can modify the drill so that people don't need to go outside. So you can do a drill where you just evacuate everyone to the stairwells. So you just have everyone go to the stairwells where they would be going outside, and then you have them stop and you can return. All right. So we want to emphasize, once the date of the drill is set, we don't want to cancel it for any reason. It should remain on that date because we're really trying to make sure that we get all our drills done, and it makes it very difficult to stay on track if we have people changing the dates of the fire drills the week of the drill. Step 2, taking the alarm offline. This is a very important part of the process. As most of you know, you need to take the alarm offline so that when we trigger the alarm to do the fire drill, the alarm company doesn't think it's an actual fire alarm and then doesn't send the fire department, because if the fire department comes, then we'll get fined. So you're going to call the alarm monitoring company. You're going to ask them to take the system online. This ensures the fire department isn't called for a drill, and ensure when you tell them to take the system offline that you give them enough time, that you give yourself enough time to conduct the drill. So normally we'll have them take it offline for a full hour or even a full 2 hours, just to make sure that we have time to trick the alarm, evacuate the building, get everyone back in the building, reset the alarm, and then call the alarm company back. Step 3, this is before the drill. You want to verify your egress routes. So you want to basically walk around your building and make sure that the exit routes that people are going to be using to get out of the building are clear, that there's no obstructions, that there's not boxes or something piled in the way. You can also consider incorporating simulated obstructions into your drill. So you can basically hang a sign on one of the exit doors that says there's fire behind this door, find another way out. And this can help the occupants of your building really start to think about how they would get out of the building in the case of a fire, because in the case of a real fire, it is very likely that one particular egress route can be blocked. That's why there's always 2 from every point. Step 4, warn appropriate personnel. So as the facilities managers, once the date of a drill is approved, you don't need to warn anyone prior to it. So it is completely at your discretion who in your building you want to notify of a drill like the week of to remind them and let them know that it's coming. You can notify no one if you want. You can notify all the occupants. We know that different campuses operate differently, and so we leave that completely up to you guys. You can consider using this schedule for the 3 drills every year, where the first drill, you can send out an email to the whole site notifying them of a drill when the date and time is going to be. The second drill of the year, you can notify only EECs and security, and the third drill of the year, you notify no one and you just do the drill. So it's completely up to you guys, but that's a suggested schedule for how to go about doing your fire drills throughout the year. Step 5, activate the alarm. So you want to trip the fire alarm either at the pole station or at the alarm panel. Before you trip the alarm, make sure that you're prepared to reset the pole station and or alarm panel. Some of the pole stations require a hex key or a different kind of tool to put it back together. So just make sure you have that before you trip the alarm. You don't want to be in a situation where the alarm's going off and you can't reset the pole station because you don't have the right tool and you have to run around finding it. Monitor the response. So campus security, depending on your building, may be able to arrange for you to have access to the camera system during your fire drill, so then you can modify the response through the cameras. To contact security about that, you want to contact Phil. His email is there, and I'll also put it in the descriptions below. Once the building is evacuated, check with the EECs via radio that everyone is accounted for. And then step 7 is an all clear. So once you check with your EECs and you make sure that everyone has been accounted for, announce over the radio that the building is clear, reset the alarm system, call the monitoring company, tell them that they can put the system back online, and then have everyone file back into the building. Paperwork. So we do need to do that one piece of paperwork, the fire drill checklist that you all should have the current version of. You need you to fill that out, make sure you fill in all the fields, and then you can email it to me, scan it and email it to me, take a picture of it, whatever, and send it to my email address, and then just put an entry in the fire drill log at the security desk, and that's all the paperwork. It should only take you a couple minutes to fill out. Step 9, after action review. You want to meet with EECs, faculty members, facility members, security, senior dean, whoever might have input on the way the drill went. And you want to discuss what went right, what went wrong, what you could do differently in the future, how you could improve the drills in the future. If you notice any deficiencies in the equipment, the signage, etc., note that on the checklist and please let me know. So if your evacuation signage is out of date, if you don't have evacuation signage, if some of your exit signs are broken, if the fire alarm doesn't work for some reason, we can think of all kinds of things that could be broken in your buildings. Please let me know, and then we will get whatever the issue is resolved as quickly as possible for you. So if you have any other questions, concerns, comments, here is my contact information. There is Phil's again. I'll also put this in the description below the video, just so that you have it. And that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing your fire drill reports.